Hi there. Welcome back to the You Can Emerge Positive podcast. I'm Deanne Lewis, your host. I'm your mindset coach, and I am here to help you create your next decade with intention. And today we are going to talk about self-care, especially under the thought of it sometimes feels like a whole nother job. I mean, have you ever stopped to think about all the things that we're told, like what we need to do for our skin and our nails and our hair and sleep and water? I mean, the list is exhausting. And I literally get exhausted just thinking about it. So today we are going to fix that. We are going to really turn around our perception and approach to self-care so that we're not stressed and we're not overwhelmed by trying to incorporate it, which kind of sounds, it's like the anti of what we're trying to do here, right? So we're going to fix this because self-care is not supposed to feel like another project. It's supposed to help you feel good, right? That is the whole thing. So if you are a busy woman, you are dealing with multiple things, juggling projects, juggling family and career and job and parents aging and whatever else that you may be juggling. Let's talk about how self-care is not going to fall off your list. I know that that is the first thing to go when life gets tough. It is for me too. When things get really rough and stressful, self-care gets to the back burner. And so today we're going to talk about how that's not going to happen anymore. Now, in this episode, here's what you're going to walk away with. A reframe that removes the guilt. Because that is a big hurdle, isn't it? It is guilt. The second is a simple way to stop making self-care a giant project. Don't you do that sometimes? I know I do, especially when it comes to exercise. I feel like I make it into this long, drawn out thing that's going to take all this time. It doesn't need to. It's 20 minutes if I want. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. And then I'm going to give you a mini routine that you can start this week without overwhelm. Okay? So let's get into it and let's do this together. All right. So the funny but not funny truth about this is that the mental load of self-care can be exhausting. And like I just said that a second ago, like it can really just make you want to go back to bed. I know it has for me. And so just even thinking about all the things that we're supposed to be doing, the sleep, the nutrition, the movement, the stress reduction, the hydration, meditation, skincare, supplements, hair, nails. I mean, it literally makes me want to go back to bed. And so I want to say this clearly. If that is you, if you feel that too, you are not failing. You are just overwhelmed. It's just a lot. When you take all of that stuff and weave it into your already busy life, it can be very overwhelming. So today we're going to make it lighter because self-care feeling like another job, like if that's the case for you, it's usually because you're trying to do it like a project, right? It's another thing to do on your list. So I'll share a quick personal example. In 2024, a couple years ago, my intention for the year was self-care and overall improvement. I just wanted to look better. I wanted to feel better, sleep better, eat better, exercise more, meditate more. Well, at least just do it regularly every single day and stay on top of my mindset. And of course, there's all the extras on top of that as well. And just even going through that right now, oh my God, that gives me a headache. Like it's so much. It seems so much. So that's when I realized something really important. And that is the goal of self-care isn't to do more, it's to feel better. And I'm just going to read that again. The goal of self-care is not to do more. It's to feel better. And I would argue, probably in most of our cases, we should be doing less that actually will have a bigger impact. Something that's more simplistic. Instead of this long list of, I have to do all this self-care stuff, see where you can simplify and cut back. Because we are just, the end goal is wanting to feel better. So at one point, I did this exercise where I asked myself, what would a perfect self-care day look like if I literally did every single thing that I'm supposed to do. And I mean, I'm talking about skincare, making sure I'm doing like a massage body thing. I mean, every single little thing. Cuticle oil on your cuticles. I mean, and when I really looked back at all of the stuff, it was insane, like truly. And it started, as you all know, for me, a perfect day or just a good day. It starts with the night before. So, in this exercise that I was putting myself through, it started with a nighttime routine that started at 9:30, and then a morning mindset block that would be like 60 to 90 minutes in the morning, including workouts, home cooked meals, time to unwind, and I shut down the phone and all the electronics. And then here's the punchline. That doesn't even include work or errands or hobbies or my family. I mean, it was a joke. In fact, here's just yesterday I was talking to a girlfriend of mine and she said she put into ChatGPT all of the self-care stuff that she really wanted to start doing, including her work schedule and things that she needed to get done that it already had. And she said, please put together a schedule for me so that I can accomplish all of this. And do you know what happened? ChatGPT came out with a 27-hour schedule. 27. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it just shows you how we have such high expectations, right? We really believe that we're supposed to do so much stuff so that people will love us, so that people will think that we're beautiful, so that we'll feel better about ourselves. And I think we've just gotten to this point where it is so excessive that, I mean, it's comical. It really is comical. So I'm bringing it to light so that you can maybe see that in your life and think about where can you simplify so that you can be happier? You're still taking care of yourself, but it doesn't feel like a project anymore. It feels like self-love. It feels like something that makes you feel good. All right, so I think the two big reasons why self-care falls apart for most of us, and I've definitely been here too. Problem number one is time, right? We are all so time constrained. I mean, we're doing way too many things, like I just said. We're already so strapped for time. And then we try and put this long list of self-care to-dos to it. Forget it. It feels like it's never going to happen. The second hurdle for self-care is judgment. And it's mostly self-judgment, honestly. It's feeling like you're being selfish. Like, well, I can't put myself first. I mean, I have my family or my child or whatever. And you don't end up doing it. And sometimes even, you may think that you're getting judgment from friends or family, like, oh, you're doing a massage. How nice of that, like, and then you don't do it. But the reality is self-care is really, really essential. I mean, it's not selfish. It is not vain. In fact, when we don't do it and we just keep pushing it down, that is when we become depleted. And when we're depleted, we cannot show up as our best self. We cannot be the best parent or spouse or friend. We just can't. So I asked myself in this whole, thinking about self-care. This is again going back from 2024, but I was asking myself, and it still very, very much applies for today. What is more important than taking care of my body and mind and soul? Just let that sit for a second. What is more important in your life than taking care of your body, mind, and soul? And I can hear the moms right now, like, well, I have a 3-year-old and my kid has to come first because they're 3, which I do get. I do understand that response. However, like I just said, you cannot show up as the best mom if you are constantly depleted, depleted in your needs and your sleep and in hydration and exercise. Like the more you become depleted, the more you are not able to show up as your best. And it does remind me of the analogy I give all the time. I'm sure you're sick of hearing it already, but it's just truth. They say it on the airline every time you get on there that you've got to put your own mask on before you help others. And that really is the analogy to life. You have to take care of yourself and figure out, like I've been saying, simplify. Figure out what you can do that will have the greatest impact, but won't feel like a project or overwhelming. Do it for yourself to feel better. All right. So Here's what happens when self-care becomes a habit. And that's really what this is all about, is doing something that you can consistently do over and over and over, because no matter what it is, let's say exercise is one thing you want to do. If you do 20 minutes of exercise every day, even 3 times a week for the year, you are absolutely going to be in better physical health than you are today. It's guaranteed. 20 minutes. That's it. So if you create a habit and you do it consistently, and for self-care specifically, here is what you can expect: less stress and better energy. Who doesn't want that? Seriously. More patience and less, oh, I'm sorry, more patience and presence, meaning you'll be more present to your family and friends. That is something that we all need work on, I'm telling you. Feeling better overall in your body. And look, if you are in midlife, that is a huge one. Feeling good in your body. When's the last time that you really felt good in your own body? More balance and order. Oh my gosh. Life is so much easier when you're in balance and when things are organized and in order. It's incredible. And by doing self-care, this is an outcome. Okay, and then lastly, more fun. Like you're actually enjoying your life again. Okay, seriously, this list is gold. There's no reason why we shouldn't be all experiencing all of these. Self-care is what is driving all of these in your life. So, self-care is really a bridge. It is not a project. It is a bridge to a life that you love and to loving who you are. And this month, we're talking about self-love in the Beyond by Emerge Positive community. It is a program that we're doing for the month. The master's class is all about self-love and the importance of it. And it sounds so woo-woo and like whatever. It is honestly the I would say the single most important thing that you can do for yourself to create a life that is actually enjoyable and filled with joy and happiness. Single most important thing you can do. So, if you're interested in learning more about that, go to emergepositive.com. We're talking all about it. You're going to learn all about it. It is something that is life-changing. And I'm not even being dramatic. It is life-changing. So, I would like to go back now to the habits. I kind of just went off of here, but the simple habit system is one new thing at a time. And I talked about a couple weeks ago on the podcast about, instead of trying to like make 15 habits all at the beginning of the year, really focus on one new habit a quarter. So it's four a year, but those four habits really together will really move the needle in your life. But you're only focusing on one thing at a time. It's about simplifying things. So instead of doing everything all at once, I want you to live by this idea: one new thing at a time until it feels normal. Because when it feels normal, it's a habit, it's something you don't even think about. Okay? One new thing at a time until it feels normal. And I just said this to the community at Beyond last night, and that is, inch by inch is a cinch. A friend of mine said that to me. It came from her mother. Inch by inch is a cinch. It is one of the mantras I tell myself all the time when there's so much to do. You just have to simplify, break it down step by step by step, and you will get there. So, this is part of building habits, right? One new thing at a time until it feels normal. So, here is a couple of ideas that you may want to consider. Stretch for 3 minutes. Now, this was the one that I started for this year. I stretch right out of bed, first thing in the morning. I do 15 minutes. It's a full body stretch. It is phenomenal. Like now, I actually want to do it because it feels so good. But even just 3 minutes. Another idea: do a walking meeting. A lot of us still work from home at least a day or two a week. Do a walking meeting. It gets you out of the house, even if it's cold outside. I know some places are very cold in February, but even if you're able to bundle up and just go out for 5 minutes, being outside makes such a difference. And it is a wonderful way to kind of break up your workday and also to move. Here's another idea: add one skincare step or simplify your skincare routine. And this is something I did a little while ago too, where I started really looking at, what am I doing here? Because most of us, as we get to, 30s and 40s and 50s, we've just kind of accumulated over the years a whole bunch of stuff. It's a mishmash. It's normally not a system anymore. Have you ever actually stepped back and looked at what you're doing and thought, maybe there's something I could do better. Maybe there's an organic product that I can use that doesn't have parabens in it and all this other stuff that I've been putting on my face for years. Like, it's great to simplify and really step back, look at what you're doing. Maybe you read 5 pages of something uplifting in the morning. Dance in your kitchen. That is a big one. When I'm making dinner, I like to put on music and dance in my kitchen. It's like impossible to be in a bad mood while you're dancing, for the record. Like, just try it. Anyway, the key here is do not pick something that you think you should do. You want to pick something that will make you feel good. And that's easy. So start small. Start with something that is small, start with something that is easy, but it will make you feel good. You will be able to consistently do it. You will feel the benefits of it. And then when it becomes that normal feeling where it's just locked in, then you move on to the next thing. This is how we build habits. It's very small. We do it backwards all the time. We try and do these massive changes in our life all at once. Does not work. It just does not work. All right. Another hurdle for many of us is money. Money and self-care. I mean, all of this stuff costs money, right? Almost all of it. A walk does not cost money, but you do have to buy tennis shoes, I guess. So money sometimes gets in the way where we think, well, I can't spend money on that because that's just too extravagant or I don't have it. And I understand money does not grow on trees. However, I would love for you to just consider that this is not an expense. This is an investment. You are investing in yourself. You're investing in your well-being, whatever that means to you. That could be something that is educational. It could be something that is exercise and health-based. It could be a bunch of stuff, but it is an investment to yourself. And I highly recommend massage. Some people don't like massage. I know a couple people that do not. I think it is one of the most amazing things you can do for yourself. Even if it's once a quarter, it is so good for you. So, anyway, think about what you could possibly do for you that's an investment for you. All right, so here's your challenge. I would like you to pick one thing from each of these categories. Now, and when I'm done with if this is just overwhelming you, because I know a lot of people have a lot going on. So if picking one from 3 categories is too much, then just pick one thing. Here's the first category. One daily thing that is a non-negotiable. You do it, it's 5 or 10 minutes long, it's short, right? You do it every day, but pick it. It's either meditation, it's prayer, it is walking, journaling, something for your skincare, an early bedtime that you do, or you are focusing on your hydration, something that you are going to dedicate yourself to daily. That's easy. Okay. Then I want you to pick one weekly self-care treat. Now, this is going to be a little longer, 30 to 60 minutes. This is weekly. So it's something that you genuinely look forward to. Maybe it is meeting a friend for a walk once a week and it's time to connect together while you're taking a walk. That's just one idea. I don't know, but do something that you look forward to that's for you. And then the last category, pick one thing that's fun. Something that is fun and uplifting. For me, it is a beach walk. I love going on beach walks. It's been very cold to do that of late, but I am looking forward to coming back to that because it literally lifts my spirits. So find something fun for yourself to do. This is part of your self-care. Doesn't matter what it is. Remember, self-care isn't a project. Self-care is something that makes you feel good. If self-care has felt heavy of late, I hope that this episode gave you a different way to see it. Self-care isn't one more thing on your list. It's the thing that changes how you live inside of your life. So here's my question for you. I'd love for you to answer it in the comments. What kind of self-care do you need most right now? Do you need rest? Do you need more movement? Are you needing quiet? Maybe you're needing more fun. Or is it more nourishment? What is it that you need in your life more than anything else right now for yourself? And if you want to support making self-care a commitment, come check out Beyond by Emerge Positive. We are a community of amazing women who are all working to design our next decade. And self-care is absolutely one of the major pillars of this program. In fact, it's where we began in December. It is so important. And if you're looking for community, if you're looking for women who you can relate to, who will relate to you, and who will lift you up, help you stay on track, this is your place. There is a 30-day back money guarantee, so there is no risk. Come join us. What I have experienced with these women so far has been off the charts. They are loving it. They are all getting along so well. And more importantly, they are uncovering things about themselves and getting excited about their future. Go to emergepositive.com. You can sign up and try it out. Well, thank you for being here today. I really look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, you can emerge positive.